Hello, this is Freeday. In this video, I'll share a few of the most basic things to know in order to not be seen as rude when visiting Korea. I'm sure there's hundreds of other videos and articles out there about this topic, but even so, I see questions about this asked almost every week on the internet, especially the Our Korea subreddit. Pro tip, don't go there. Anyway, unlike a lot of other YouTubers, I don't do jump cuts, and I don't put memes in my videos. I know you don't care about my channel, so let's go ahead and get started. Number one thing to know. When giving or receiving things, always use both hands. So, this is how you would give or receive something. Not like this. This would be considered rude. You do it like this. Or, if it's smaller, you can even support your hand like this. There actually is a reason that this became a custom, but it's a topic for another video later. Speaking of hands, the hand gesture that Western people do to say come here, it can be seen as offensive here. And what I'm referring to is something like this. And the way to do it here is easy. You just turn your hand over so your palm is facing down and go like this. Again, there's a reason that became a thing, but I'll get into that in a different video later. Speaking of trying to get someone to come to you, there's a few big differences when it comes to restaurants here, which leads me to number 3. To get your waiter or waitress's attention at almost any restaurant, there's a small button on the table here, and you'll press that to get them to come to your table, pretty much like on an airplane. And along with that, 3B, if you will. There's no tipping here in Korea, and if you did try to leave a tip, it might even be taken as insulting. Almost like saying that the person wouldn't make enough money unless you give them extra charity. So the price you see on a menu is the amount you actually pay. There's no service fees, and tax is included in the price that you see. Number 4, don't sit in the reserved seats on public transportation. The seats are usually a different color, and they'll be marked with a sign like this. Even when there's no one else around, you shouldn't sit in these seats unless you're elderly, handicapped, injured, pregnant, or carrying a small child. Even if you're sitting in a regular seat, you should always stand up and offer that seat to someone else that does any of those things I just mentioned. On the topic of public transportation, don't be loud and disturb others on public transportation. You shouldn't ever talk on your phone when you're on a bus or train or subway. And if you have to talk at all, you should always try to be as quiet as possible. And if you're using headphones, make sure that they're not too loud so that other people around you are hearing them. It might seem like I'm being a bit excessive about the noise issue on public transportation, but it's actually really common for public transportation to be completely full and everyone on it will be completely silent. And too many times I've seen a loud, obnoxious tourist on public transportation annoying everybody around them, and most Koreans will be too non-confrontational to say anything. So don't be that guy. Next up, this one seems like it's pretty well known these days, but it's still really important to know. Number 6, never wear shoes inside someone's house. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just take your shoes off before going into the main part of someone's house. There's always a small area inside the front door where you keep your shoes, and you can put them on as you're leaving. And last on the list, something that kind of starts to get into more sensitive issues. Number 7, don't be offended or take it personally if someone bumps into you in a crowded place or on the sidewalk and they don't say sorry, or even try to acknowledge that it happened at all. Issues like this one, like different ideas of personal space, or not caring if a door closes in the person behind you's face, are some examples of more sensitive issues that I might discuss in a future video if there is interest. Let me know in a comment. In the next video, I'll give a short overview about bowing such as the different ways to do it, the different times and meanings and circumstances for it. Basically, when, why, and how to bow. You can look forward to that video soon, as well as a few others, including some basic useful phrases in Korean as a tourist, like hello and thank you, where is this, where is that, etc. And a more detailed discussion about how to use public transportation, some useful apps, and that kind of thing. I might also make a video that goes more into those more controversial cultural shocks that I mentioned, things that a Western person might find a little offensive if they choose to stay in Korea for longer than just a typical vacation time. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and maybe I'll see you in the next one.